wonder how this is.
Yay! Craig's in here, everybody. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Degenerates podcast. I am one of your hosts, Cornelius Carson, also with your other fellow co-hosts.
Me, hi, I'm Andrew. With my other co-host, Monkey.
And we have a few other guests on the podcast today, but most important, we have the man, the myth, the legend. He's a new member of the the Republican Hype House, Kai.clips.
Yes, hello everybody. My name is Kai. I'm a new member, or I should say now, I'm an ex-member of the Republican Hype.
All right, I don't know what we should talk about first. I have a bunch of notes written down, and for the first question for Kai, I have KFC chicken sandwich question mark 7 times.
Yes. Well, I feel kind of bad because my trade, my job is currently to serve gelato. I am a gelatiste, but I used to work for KFC. That's why I have the shirt and the hat that I wear in some of my videos. They never took it back after I left, but we left on good terms. And I saw this advertisement for the KFC chicken sandwich, and I went one day and I was like, okay, let me try it. I had a bite and I fell in love, and I had been trying all of the other chicken sandwiches, and I figured this is the best one. So I'm doing them some advertisement.
No way.
Despite no longer being employed by them, but who knows? I've even thought about just like getting rehired at the one I used to work at because they need me. In all honesty,
they do, yeah.
The place has gone to hell in a handbasket. That's really what the case is. The employees suck. The food is not well prepared. The service is terrible. It takes forever. They forget your napkins. They forget your receipt. They do all of this garbage, right? So frankly, they need me. And I would love to say, hey, you don't even need to pay me. I just want to be hired for like 2 weeks so that I can make this business better. Because that's what it's about. You want to commit yourself to a thing and make it good. And I can do that for them. So I'm still debating that.
Kai 2024.
Mm-hmm.
Kai 2020. Can we get Kai in the White House? That would be nice.
Yeah, that's the plan. I mean, 2040 is when I'm running.
Well, are you sure you want to do 2040? Because that's
Nah,
a
2040. That's 100%.
That's a year divisible by 20, and that's the curse of Tippecanoe. I don't want you to die.
No, I'll be killed. I'll be assassinated as president, and I'll go down in history.
As the greatest.
Exactly. That's what I
ever.
told Carson. I was like,
run
JFK.
JFK. Do the JFK. The CIA be like, all right.
Mr.
Hey,
Clips.
Here.
It's Mr. Clips, Mr. Kai.clips, the shining light that was Obama pilled. I must say,
Yes.
it is an honor to be within the same voice range as such an exquisite man, I must say.
I am flattered.
Dude, what was I gonna say? Whatever happened to you being in the Republican Hype House?
Yeah, so this is a story not many people know. I've talked about it only a few times. We split for a few reasons. It started because I'm significantly more conservative, especially on social issues, than many of the members of the Republican Hype House are. In fact, one of the members, or rather one of the founders of the Republican Hype House, is like a self-proclaimed capitalist, or like one of these Aporia Institute types. And she's great. We love her, but it's very cringe and not as Republican as it ought to be. But at the time, because they were more socially libertarian, there was a bit of a disconnect. And you could see in my intro video, the comments were even Republicans saying like, "This guy's too far right for me" and whatnot. And then the other reason was just the bad press from the video. It obviously blew up. There's videos on Twitter of it like, "Oh, who let this Nazi have a platform?" So that's the situation.
I remember when I used to be like a liberal, or not liberal, but like more liberal, and the one guy who would
you were talking to this dude.
Yeah, and he like stitched your video, and I remember I had the most like comment, and it was $20 says Kai can't get a girlfriend, and now I'm like, oh my god, why would I ever say that?
I'm an incel, dude. Chad Sigma male incel. Let's go.
There was a thing called the. Do you remember the Conservative Hype House?
I remember the Conservative Hype House. That was
they
like a while back.
disappeared. Yeah, and then they just never reformed. They weren't like they were an interesting group of people. Like
Yeah.
I don't really remember who was all in it, but like I got like into an argument with one of them, and I think they blocked me. This is dude.
What's
His
his
name was
name?
like his name was Violet Magic Sins. Do you?
That
I
guy, yeah.
remember
He was a
that.
weird dude.
That I remember. That's why I always, when I would say hi, I'm Kai. Like when I would do that, I would always mess it up and say the conservative hype house because I knew there was a conservative hype house, and I didn't realize that you always said Republican, so I just said conservative.
Yeah, the conservative hype house. That was a bit of a situation. My understanding is that Cam Higby led a little bit of a mutiny, but I'm not.
Yeah, that was an old debacle. I remember that.
I remember Higby.
Yeah. Speaking of Higby, he just did a debate with who's the guy, Consciously.
Oh my God!
And that debate, dude, I don't want to, I don't want to start any beef. I don't mean to talk mean about him. But Consciously is maybe one of the most frustratingly disingenuous people I know.
Yeah, I remember Papa God said, "Oh yeah, I'm based," and then called Consciously a racist, and he laughed. It was so
Chad
funny.
move.
Max, shut up. It was so funny. Sorry, I
Chad
got my
move.
dog. I think Papa Gut is like the most Chad political TikToker that we've ever had.
Absolutely not, but
Bro, I remember when he went after Joe Rogan and was like, Joe Rogan's an idiot, and then like flossed on Twitch. It was so funny.
See, Obama pilled like whenever they said if you want to post a video, you have to ask Joe Rogan. So I went about messaging him on Instagram. I DM'd him as a joke.
You DM'd Joe Rogan?
Yeah.
Joe Rogan.
God.
I know it was Vosh. Never mind. I had the message Vosh.
Wait, who told you that?
With
It was the Obama pill. I don't remember what it was, but they said you have to ask our Lord and Savior Vosh if you want to post on the Obama pilled account.
Vosh is like, what's Obama pilled? Why do people keep asking me about it?
Why are these people texting me? I'm like this god, and people are texting me.
That's hilarious.
See, Kai, I have a question for you. Okay, so you know how like in the world of like politics, right? We had an interesting situation with a person named Faze Al Gore, right?
Oh my God.
Now, what Faze Al Gore did was Faze Al Gore. We don't know who they were, but they pretended to be
it was funny.
Like
this
like
a 13-year-old
Instagram
girl.
model, right?
Yeah,
and but it was like they became that person, and it was like their entire personality trait. Have you ever had anything like that in the political community?
It was like
a catfish.
what you would hear.
It was a
online.
catfish account. That's
it was that, but it like was so weird because it went along with the memes we were doing at the time, and it was like calling George Pilled an idiot, or not George Pilled, Tyler an idiot, and calling George Pilled like God. It was so funny.
That is, I'm trying to think. I don't really know about catfishes. I know about like there's people who switch ideologies all the time, so they're like ideology fishing. Then there's also just like trad fishes who are like, I'm so trad because I wear a dress. Let me go. There's
a lot of weird feds.
Let me dab on the grave.
And then there's also I would say just the idea of the federal agent catfish. So, it's just a lot of feds.
There was this one like person. I don't know if his name was Lauren Pilled, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't know what that was, so I just commented Fed. They like replied to my video with that guy who's your profile picture. I don't know his name unfortunately, but the guy from and just him beating someone to death. And it was like I was like, okay. And the video didn't even get taken down, and then they reposted it without the sound. And it was weird. And I was like, okay.
Kind of a based response. Yo, respect for Lauren Feld.
Yeah. I remember Tyler was telling me. Have you ever seen or heard of Tyler Kai?
Wait, which Tyler? Like Tyler Bluntman?
No, not Tyler Bluntman. It's a guy who was in the president's community and was John Tyler. And Tyler has ascended. Yeah.
He only had like 1,000 followers. I doubt you'd know him.
I know he had
only 1,000 followers. He also got banned.
It was funny though, because what was it? What was he saying about? He said to me last night, "Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure a Fed followed me when I was like John Tyler." Because I got this one and it was like this weird account and it had like this weird profile picture.
So he just got followed by the FBI.
That'd be
Yeah.
so funny.
I don't
Who are
actually
you?
think
I'm the
it's the
feds.
actual FBI because
A
they would have
prote-
tried to DM you. That's usually what it works out to be from what I've seen over like my friend who has like he's told me he was like on iFunny for the longest time. He's told me about what like these Fed accounts do, right? He warned me, he said never join any Discords that tell you to join. Cause like apparently they try to like get you to join a Discord, right? And then get you to admit that you're gonna do something like violent, and
Yeah.
then they tell you to go somewhere. And then once you go there, they arrest you for
Yeah.
terrorism. And
I remember, was it under the Bush administration or the Reagan administration? They got this like dude to sell drugs like right in front of the White House. It was insane, and they arrested him on the spot. And he didn't. He was like an immigrant, and he had no idea where the White House was. So it was like across the street from the White House, and he was selling crack. It was so funny.
well, see, it's not really in my city, right? I'm from Pittsburgh, right? In my city, you know, there's this time, like I forget where it was. I think it was the early 2000s. They had the city decided that they were going to try to like collect money from a bunch of people who owed money to like you know what's it called whenever like after a divorce and you owe like settlements to like child support, right? These people weren't paying child support, so you know they sent them letters. They said we're going to come get you. They wouldn't do it, right? That didn't work. But the only thing that could work on a bunch of Pittsburghers was they offered them free Steeler tickets to the Steeler game if they went down to like this one place. So a bunch of basically deadbeat dads show up to like this Steeler to get their Steeler tickets, and they're all arrested for not paying their child support. You know, that was probably the most Pittsburgh thing you could possibly think of.
Let me look up the drug dealer in front of White House. Okay, here it is. On September 5th, 1989, U.S. President George H.W. Bush made a televised speech from the Oval Office announcing his administration's escalation on the war on drugs. And he brought this like drug. I think that's either crack or something. And he brought it and was like, "Look at this!" And he like it was just crazy. And it was like this was sold like right outside of my office at Lafayette Park.
Sounds kind of staged, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like that whole thing. You know, Melania Trump didn't do much for her like thing that you know first ladies do. Her thing was she tried to be anti like vaping, and like apparently Barron got caught with a vape, so that was her big push.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know,
Barron got caught with a vape.
I remember
Yeah, it
when
was
she
real.
when she was addressing the opioid epidemic, and she went to like Illinois, and it's like the worst where I am in Northeast PA, and it's like it's really bad up here. And she went to like Illinois. It was crazy, and I was like, what is she doing in Illinois?
Yeah.
That's like trying to put out a fire in DC and traveling to Sacramento.
Yeah, basically. No, Michelle Obama, as much as we hated her at the time for ruining school lunches, she's kind of a Chad for
She
wanting
is.
not to be fat. Same thing with, with the, not Ivanka. I always think it's Ivanka instead of Melania, but
Melania.
Melania's thing with that was based. That was super based.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
I have a question. I know you talked about this like in one of your previous like recent videos, but like, do you actually think if we like teach monkeys how to fucking deadlift, like would they like straight up destroy fucking humanity?
I think so. If they were just, if we taught them how to cook food and if we taught them how to deadlift, that would be it. We'd be
That'd
gone.
be it. We'd be gone. Oh my god. This is a
Land
great
of the Apes.
Around
type
they wouldn't
thing.
have died if we taught them how to deadlift properly.
Teddy is telling me to ask you, Kai, about PaleoCon Justin. Your opinions on PaleoCon Justin.
PaleoCon Justin is a bit of a potty mouth, and I've talked to him about that before. But I think generally, he's a good guy. I got nothing against him.
Did you ever see? Oh, what was it? The video on what's his name? I forget. But I like the one guy I really like is because he has like his common sense. Is Mad V Politics. I really like him.
Oh yeah, Matt is fantastic.
Yeah, I
He's
like him. He
creator of
wears,
Trump Bill.
and I like how he wears different hats every day.
Yeah, Matt run the Trump Pilled account, which I am now on. I'm on the Trump Pilled account now.
Dude,
So is my friend,
was
right?
sad when
Bill
it got
Cosby
banned.
pilled. Right?
Yeah.
Like I don't know how
Yeah.
he's just inserted himself in there. He's kind of done some he's doing something because he's like in all of them now.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I was like, who are you? And he added me on Snapchat, so it's kind of cool. We're in like a group chat where we just bully these British people from Britain. It's quite fun.
People's
But,
expectations.
Anglos are just wild. I'm on Anglo Twitter now. They're seething over me. You know, I'm
Oh
just
God.
too much of a
See,
check.
my friend, right? He's big on Twitter. I guess he uses some stuff on Twitter. He's big on music Twitter and stuff like that. Like just rap. He doesn't make it. He just, I guess, comments. I'm not quite sure, but he's like, you should join Twitter. And I'm like, bro, I know that if I join Twitter, I'm just gonna end up on like the political side.
Dude,
Yeah,
Like,
I
I'm like a fan.
followed
I'll
Nick
just get like
Fuentes in the first thing
stressed out
because
for no
his
reason.
tweet came up and he called Joe Biden a stupid, dumb idiot. And I'm like, dude, you can't say those three words after each other. Like, you have to say one.
yeah. Just sounds like a playground insult if you're just like,
You're a
Yeah.
stupid idiot.
I mean, there's like no. I refuse to believe there can be like anything productive formed from Twitter. Like,
Yes.
no chance.
I just.
No chance.
Yeah.
Maybe except, hey, ever see the video of the straight pride parade and that shark who was there?
Oh,
There was a
Oh, yeah,
straight.
that was funny.
Yeah, that was funny. And he went there and it was like, yeah, I heard it on Twitter. And it's like, it's a joke. And she was like, and the reporter was like, is it actually a joke? And he's like, yeah, it's a joke.
Bruh, no. I saw something interesting the other day. It was like this video from TikTok, and there was this kid. He was like, I think it's a freshman or whatever. Goes to school, and he's wearing a Burger King. He's wearing the Burger King crown, and these other school kids like steal it from him, and they're like antagonizing him.
Were they like on a stair? Something?
Were they what?
Were they like walking down a staircase?
Yeah, that's the one.
There was this one video. It's similar to that. This kid, like, he created like what he called a revolution. He just called Burger King, ordered 56 of those crowns, like literally 56, and then he brought it into school. And like, I was like, how long did this take place? Over the course of 2 days, he managed to like start a rebellion because the school caught on, and they like said they were going to suspend him. And it was like he escaped because the school didn't figure out it was him. But he was like, he started handing them out, and you know, he was like, I am a victim of the system.
Being gang stalked.
Gang stackers. You know, I love those videos. I've talked about this before with some of these dudes in the little Discord chat we got about how there's this guy, right? He was filming another person who was also paranoid about gang stalkers. So they were both like filming each other screaming about gang stalkers to like their two fans.
I think I saw that. Wait, are they in trucks?
Yeah, they're in trucks
Yeah,
outside
they're
of
in
like
trucks.
Costco.
They're both screaming at each other.
Well, Mr. Clips, it is an honor. I have to leave. I am going to a Kentucky Derby party. Oh wait, real quick though, speaking of Kentucky Derby, you a horse fan?
I mean, as much as the next guy, like not particularly.
Heck yeah, which horse should I bet on? Which horse should I bet on?
Number 8.
The black one.
Yeah, the fast ones. Let's go. Okay, I'll bet on the fast ones.
Yeah.
And so thank you. It is an honor speaking to the most gracious Clips. I will see you later. Goodbye, gentlemen.
Have a good one, G.
Goodbye, Polk.
Bye.
Polk. I meant not Polk. Kai. Someone is asking me to ask you your opinions on the IRA.
Oh yeah. So the IRA is, the Irish Republican Army, of course, but I prefer honestly talking about, Roth IRAs versus traditional IRAs, which, I'll give you a quick lesson in economics here, fellas, because you guys are probably a little bit younger. I'm assuming some of you ain't 18 yet, which means that you're going to need to start investing soon when you turn 18. And when you do, you can invest in two kinds. Well, there's actually more than two, but there's two main kinds of retirement accounts. There's the Roth IRA, and then there is the traditional IRA. And the traditional IRA, you basically put in whatever amount of money you want into the bank, and then when you withdraw the money after you're retired, you pay the taxes then. So you don't pay any taxes for what you put in right now. But that's actually cringe. And what you should do instead is a Roth IRA. Now, the Roth IRA, you pay taxes when you put it in, but that money that's sitting in your Roth IRA, which, by the way, you can use to put into stocks, you can do trading and whatnot with it. That money can, or rather does, accumulate interest while it's in your bank account. And not only does it accumulate interest, but when you withdraw it, you don't need to pay taxes. So traditional IRA, you pay taxes when you get it. The Roth IRA, traditional IRA, you pay taxes when you withdraw, and then Roth IRA, pay taxes when you deposit, and traditional IRA, you pay the taxes when you withdraw. And paying on deposit with the Roth IRA is a lot better because when you withdraw, you are not paying taxes. And what do we know? Taxes increase over time. That's obvious. So you're no longer paying the increased tax, but also you are gaining revenue because you are, letting your money accumulate interest, and that interest is not taxable either. Whereas with the traditional IRA, it is. So there's a bit of a tangent as far as the Irish Republican Army goes. They're pretty cool. I don't know. They're fun. They got good music.
They do. They have the great music. Thoughts on the Industrial Revolution?
Super cringe. Incredibly cringe.
Disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
Disgusting. If it's like what's I saw was it Benjamin Politics this morning, and someone said debunk ECP or something, and he just started playing reading Ted Kaczynski's manifesto.
Based, very based.
I like Ben. He's cool.
Yeah, Ben's a good
Get
guy.
him on another podcast. That'd be fun.
Yeah, we should get him on the podcast. We're gonna try and get a lot of people on.
Opinion on the President Harry S. Truman, the one that dropped the nuclear bomb. If you're not sure who he was,
Is he still alive?
I don't know.
No, he died in like
Truman. Too familiar to make a statement one way or the other. He's probably cringe.
All right.
I don't know though.
Anyway, let's see. Yo, Kai, do you like watch any like Netflix when you eat your KFC?
Very rarely. Although I've been watching. I don't know if I should say this. I've been watching a bit more anime lately. Not like a weeb or anything like that.
Yeah.
But there's some good, Japanese cartoons out there that I've been watching. I suggest if anybody hasn't watched JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, they ought to do that. It's a great.
God.
Have you seen Death Note or Attack on Titan?
Yeah, I am current in Attack on Titan. Please don't spoil it.
I won't spoil it.
Yeah, we will.
And I have seen Death Note, and I watched the live action too on Netflix. That live action was garbage. That was terrible.
I wasted 2 hours on that.
What the heck is okay? I hate to say this to you. I know in your video to the Republican the Republican Hype House, you said you're anti-degeneracy, but this podcast is named The Degenerate. I'm very sorry, because the person degenerate meaning someone who lacks mental and moral, physical standing to be considered normal, and I'd say that we are in this server. Everyone is by that definition a degenerate. It's not because we do anything wrong; it's because we're just idiots. Who just go on and on and on. But
it's a cringe name. I wanted it to be called the Podcast.
I'm actually thinking that we should change it to the Trollist.
The Trollist. Well, I can support that. Trolling is based. Trolling is awesome. And as you know, we do a little bit of trolling.
We do a little bit of trolling. I remember
we do? Okay.
I remember I saw that video of you doing. That's not. I saw you do it, and I'm like, maybe that's a little.
Of course, your mic's cutting out.
I'm cutting out here. Wait, let me actually rejoin. If my mic's cutting out, I can just continue to cut out. Here,
I think you're good now.
Alright, I'm back. Is this better?
Sounds good.
All right, that's good. Let's see. What's another good thing to start off with? Yeah, Kai, do you listen to like songs that are more liberal? Like I'm talking about songs like that one song by Buffalo Springfield. What's that song? For What It's Worth.
Yeah.
I don't know if I knew that one. Hold on.
It's the Stop. What's that sound? Everybody look what's going
on.
Oh,
yeah. That's a Vietnam War era song. Yeah.
Yeah. I love those songs.
Yeah, no, they're pretty good. I really like I forget who sings it, but the letter. It's called The Letter.
The Letter?
Yeah, just The Letter. It's honestly like, as far as musically goes. Oh, it's the Box Tops. That's who it is.
I'll have to check that out.
The song itself musically is just not very interesting, unfortunately, but it's a very enjoyable listen. It's nice to have like that Vietnam War era like aesthetic. I hate saying that, like the Vietnam War aesthetic, but honestly, it's a bit of a schmood. It's a bit of a schmood.
Yeah. What? We're trying to invade Vietnam in our Minecraft server.
Very exciting.
Yeah, we're trying to get Polk to invade, since he's the owner of the United States. We're trying to get him to invade Vietnam. That'll be fun, and we're gonna get the people in Russia to back the Vietnamese. It'll be fun. And what's Andrew? You got anything to say? I'm thinking of something.
Yeah, the Minecraft server is pretty fun. It's pretty fun. We ran out of fucking claim blocks though, so we're kind of fucking stuck with like Italy and.
Yeah,
and
we haven't advanced past the
near
Industrial
Greece.
Revolution, and we don't plan on it because
The Redstone Revolution and its consequences.
And its consequences. It's like every woman after 1993.
Yeah, so true.
So true.
Just space.
Okay, if you could choose one person to hang out with, and like alive or dead, who would it be?
Arnold Schwarzenegger. I think he is one of the coolest people. He's very epic. Also, Ian Smith was the Prime Minister of Rhodesia. He was a pretty cool politician, so it'd be cool to spend some time with him.
You know, I like how Arnold cheated on his wife. That was pretty funny.
Did he actually? It's a lifter moment. It's a lifter moment. I'm sorry.
It is, yeah. You think that if Harambe was lifting... My bad. Andrew, you go.
No, I'm finished.
All right. You think if Harambe was lifting, you think he would have got killed?
Well, I mean, he was already lifting. Like he was. What it was a deep state operation. But luckily, a lot of people have been red pilled. The red pills have only been increasing since Harambe was assassinated. If you can't tell, I mean, like look around. Look at how many people were radicalized by Harambe's death. It's very impressive.
I got really riled up at Harambe's death.
That is true. Arnold Schwarzenegger married one of the Kennedys.
Did he really?
Yeah, he did. Wait, well, let's see, because it was either I think it was RFK's one of RFK's kids.
That's wild.
That's wild.
Let's see. Maria Shriver was her name, and her parents were something Kennedy Shriver, who was a woman, and let's see who her father was. Joseph P. Kennedy Sr. So she was like JFK's brother or sister.
Oh, yeah. Very interesting.
Imagine being JFK's brother-in-law, and you're an immigrant from Austria, and you're also the Terminator.
So true. That would be awesome. I wish I could be all those things.
Who do you think is the most underrated president out of all of them?
Calvin Coolidge is pretty underrated.
Factual. I like how he named his Tiger Cubs.
What?
Yeah, have you ever heard what he named his Tiger Cubs?
No, I had no idea.
Budget Bureau and tax office.
Tax reduction.
Tax reduction, and Budget Bureau.
Based names. Let's go.
I think that we should stop taxation altogether and just disband the entire thing and just try and reunite as like random people, and we should have like different tribes, like the Monkey Tribe, and then like the California.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. That would be so fucking good for the environment.
That'd be good. It's like an Anarchy Minecraft server, but IRL.
I like the sound of the monkey.
The Monkey Tribe? I think that everyone should just start walking on all fours again and just start saying ooh ooh ah ah.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
We have progressed past the need for language. We should regress. We should regress to no language, just sounds.
Yeah. Just like licking your finger and just like writing on a tree.
Yep, basically.
Yeah.
That would be based. That would be a lot of fun.
Based in Monkey Pilled. Oh, speaking of Monkey Pilled, what's his name is in this server, and he was saying how you did a mutual with him, and he is really fast growing. He's offline, but he's really fast growing. Monkey Pilled is really cool.
Yeah.
Wait, I'll tag him.
Oh, that Minecraft server they're all talking about. It's in the podcast chat.
Mhm.
It has the IP with
Yeah, that's happy. Wait, did you put the Java?
There's both, but Bedrock doesn't work as of now.
Wait, where is it?
It's in the podcast chat, I think.
All right.
The one you just made, the private one.
All right. I think we're all good. I'd like to thank Kai for being on the podcast. Anyone else have anything to say?
No, I'm pretty good.
We're pretty good. All right. Well, we'd like to thank you, Kai, and we'll see you later, Craig. See you later, everybody. Everyone say bye.
Of course. Have a good one.
You too.